Mhm. All right, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on, guys? I'm up here scratching my eye.
What's going on, guys? And I'm over here trying to fix this necklace that looked retarded and special, but I guess it's on point. Whatever.
It's
So,
fine.
so how y'all doing tonight? Okay. So I just made a prior, quick little vid inviting you guys to make sure to tune in right now. We are 7:03 p.m. minutes into our Chit Chat Chew Show podcast, which I am one of the co-hosts, Aisha. A lot of people call me Jade. Y'all know I love putting that RESPECT on it. Gotta put that respect. And okay. Okay.
Take
And
your Aretha Franklin now.
RESPECT. Of course, gotta have that respect on it, please. And so the other co-host is
Uno. Everybody calls me Uno, of course.
Yep. So we want to welcome you to our Chit Chat Chew Show podcast, which is held every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not on the East Coast, just set your clocks or your alarm on your phone accordingly. And you too can tune in to our very diverse, controversial show
Every Monday.
For the most part of it, every Monday. So we're going to have a great topic like we always do. I hope that you guys jump on and give some feedback, whatever your thoughts or opinion is on our topics. That's you guys. It is what it is. We just like feedback because I love when we get the feedback from our show.
Whether we agree or disagree.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It's all good at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So what we're going to be talking about is the first is 3 individuals that have transitioned or passed. And so we're going to talk about the later one first and then come with the more recent passing. So the first would be Luke Perry. If you guys do remember Luke Perry, who used to play on 90210. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. How many guys remember Luke Perry on that show? If you do, make sure you comment and say
all the characters, man.
Me. Hey Stephanie, what's going on?
Stephanie McClain.
So again, this is Chit Chat Chew Show podcast, 7 to 9 p.m. We're just getting started. We're talking about 3 individuals that have passed. Luke Perry, we were just talking about him from 90210. If you remember that show and remember him, type in I do or me. Also, we're going to talk about Freeda Foreman, which is George Foreman's. She was his daughter. She passed away as well. And then the most recent death or path transition, I like to say transition, is Nipsey Hussle. So we have some very, very interesting topics tonight. Please don't be shy or afraid to leave your comments. I'm not going to put anybody on the spot. It's up to you. I mean, we're not trying to force you, but dialogue is always great. So let's just jump in because we have a lot to cover. Mm-hmm. The first that we're going to speak about again is Luke Perry. Mm-hmm. So the headlines to this coming from usatoday.com. USA Today is processing. This is impossible. Shannon Doherty, Tori Spelling, and more mourn the passing or transition of Luke Perry. So Luke Perry's death. Strokes don't just kill the elderly. So celebrities are continuing to speak out and share messages and tributes on social media as they process their grief over actor Luke Perry, who died Monday after suffering a massive stroke last week. Okay, and this was posted March 5th of this year, 2019. Though he was best known for his long-running role on Beverly Hills 90210, the 52-year-old Perry had opened a new chapter playing a dad on CW's Riverdale. Shannon Doherty, who played Perry's original love interest on 90210, shared on her Instagram Tuesday how hard she had been hit by the news. And I have to say, I was surprised as well. I mean,
that threw me for a loop.
That definitely that threw me off, right? So, but it was it definitely was shocking. So it says, yesterday morning, I got a phone call that devastated me. she captioned a series of photos with Perry. I'm struggling with this loss and am having a hard time with my thoughts. But my heart goes out to his family and friends who were blessed by his light in their and mine in our lives. Processing this is impossible right now. And if you go on her Instagram, if you choose to, the Shando on the Instagram.
Yeah, Shannon Doherty, who played on Charmed. That's
and
one
who
of the
played
Charmed
on
sisters.
Charmed Sisters, absolutely, which that was my show.
Yeah, that was my show.
That was definitely my
show.
show. I'm not gonna lie, 90210, I watched. I watched. So Tori Spelling, who co-starred alongside Luke Perry, is the daughter of executive producer Aaron Spelling, told People magazine that she was devastated. I'm in utter shock and heartbroken, Spelling told the outlet in an exclusive statement. I'm saddened for his kids, whom he adored beyond words. He was so proud of Jack and Sophie. Alec Baldwin recalled meeting Perry after he starred in 8 Seconds with Baldwin's brother, Stephen. I mean, these were some really good throwback shows.
Man, Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, like, right. So, 1 second, it just kind of jumped down on me. Okay, so the guy was a super leading man and had his big career in 90210. And they're saying, he was a really handsome guy.
He was a heartthrob.
Really sad. He was. He could have made movies for the rest of his life. He was a good actor. To be sick like that and to pass, just unthinkable. I was very sad for his family. Stephen had a tribute of his own. Rare to have friends who innately have the heart of giving. Luke was one of those people. Also, Leonardo, who co-stars in Perry's final upcoming film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, praised Perry's kindness as well as his talent. It was an honor to be able to work with him. My thoughts and prayers go out to him and his loved ones. Actor John Cryer said he was stunned. Such a lovely guy, the 2.5 Men star remembered of Perry, with a wonderful sense of humor about fame and the pitfalls of showbiz. This is just awful. Addressing Perry as LP, Charlie Sheen tweeted, "You made every situation better, my man. Your elegance, your wit, your charm, and your giant heart inspired and enchanted so many of us on countless occasions with brilliant aplomb. So rest in peace, good sir," Sheen continued. "I am truly honored to have known you all of these years." And so, let me see. And he has so many people that just tweeted about him, like Christine Ellis McCarthy. She was still in shock. With the heaviest of heart, I am stunned and devastated to tell you that Luke passed away, she wrote. I am still in shock and I have no words beyond saying he was truly a kind gentleman. He will be mourned, and missed by everyone who knew him and the millions who loved him. Rest in peace, dearie Luke. Your time here was far too short. So that was just a little bit, because there's so many people.
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald, who played Perry's estranged wife on Riverdale, tweeted that her heart is broken. I will miss you so much, Luke Perry. Sending all my love to your family. Madeline Petchese, who plays Cheryl Blossom on Riverdale, shared a photo of the cast, including Perry and herself. They're saying he was a mentor, teacher. They just had a lot of kind words to say about him, because he's been out here for such a long time. If you've ever followed him in like our generation, or even decided if you caught some replays or something like that. But how sudden is that? Like, it just kind of makes you wonder.
Yeah, I mean, life is short. It's just short. That's just all it tells you. You
Mm-hmm.
gotta live it. You gotta live it to your fullest, because you
Absolutely.
just don't know when it's your time. No
You
one
don't.
knows.
You don't.
You should be here for a purpose, man. Why waste it on foolishness, man? Make the best of your life and try to live the best you can. That's all you can do is try. Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
It really is. Another individual who played on 90210 is Kathleen Robertson, who played Claire Arnold. Remembered Perry's warm welcome as a young girl from Hamilton, Ontario, coming onto the biggest show in the world. Midstream, Luke welcomed me from day one. My heart breaks. Perry's Riverdale co-star Marisol Nicholas shared a photo of the two of them on Instagram, writing, "I don't have any words now. Maybe I will later," adding a broken heart emoji. So again, like Uno said, like, and we always say, like, enough. Like, yes, life is too short. Too short for the foolery and the fuckery. Okay, let's just be real. And if you find that somebody is toxic in your life, like, you just gotta let them, just remove them.
Why waste your time with it?
Right. Why waste your mental energy, your physical energy, your spiritual energy? Why waste all of that with someone who's miserable, who's really only trying to, they want to bring you down as well. Unfortunately, there's people that want to see you succeed, and then there's people that don't want to see you succeed. Yeah. So remove yourself, and sometimes that means family as well. Mm-hmm. Now, I know sometimes people may be like, sometimes people can just, like, eliminate their family. Other people are like, let me just love them from a long distance. Whatever it is to make it better for you, that's all I can say, just do it. Because the longer that you keep toxic people in your life, you become toxic, and I feel like that's a fast way of death. Yeah, that's how I look at. That's how I look at it.
Energy transference is really real.
Exactly.
Like, it's definitely contagious.
It is very contagious.
You are who you hang around. And exactly, you become who you hang around. So. Absolutely, and like you said, that definitely guarantees death.
Right. Eventually. Yeah. Like, even in a job, right? I know entrepreneurship or having your own business is not for everyone. I get that, right? But you still can move forward and find another job. You will find that niche where it's going to work for you, because there's toxic people at work as well. For anybody that works for corporate America or have had that experience of working for corporate America, you work. You're making them rich, right? They give you pennies. And a lot of times they treat you like crap, and you're miserable, right? And a lot of people have passed on, especially from my job. Before I even got there, so many people where I work at passed away. And now that I'm on full time where I'm working at, a lot of people have transitioned on, right? And they work all these years and they don't get what they deserve. Mm-hmm. And I see a lot of our elderly people who have worked all these years.
And there's nothing to show for it.
And have nothing to show for it. You can't rely on 401k.
No, people really think that's guaranteed.
You can't rely on them pensions that you get from work. I'm sorry. Unless you set up like that, unless you had that type of job, you really set up like that.
Because the company gets all that back.
Right.
So if you don't pull that money out, they guarantee they will get that money back.
Absolutely. So if you're working for corporate America, such as I am, as well as having our business together and individually, please, if you're working for corporate America, please ask questions. Even if you're working for yourself, find out what you're entitled to. Find out what you can get. It's very important to ask the questions. We open our mouths for everything else. Please open your mouths for things like this.
Yeah, it matters.
Because it does matter.
Yeah.
You can pull that money out. Like, it doesn't have to sit there forever.
No, it doesn't. You're entitled to it. It's your money. You work
exactly.
For
You're working to it. And
it's coming out of your check.
It's coming out your check.
I mean, what, they gonna say no? They can't say no.
Right.
What?
Absolutely. I see we have Key Gilliard.
That wave. What's on the wave? I like that wave.
I like that wave. That's pretty cool.
Thanks, Key Gilliard.
appreciate you coming
Thank
on.
you.
Definitely, absolutely. So yeah, that was just one of the articles that I wanted to read. We are hashtag researchers. We definitely are. We love to research and find information. You too can do the same thing. We're not. You don't have to agree with us, but we bring what we bring to make you aware.
Yeah, I mean, just here to make you think. Open your mind.
Step out that comfort zone.
Absolutely have, and it can be open to other possibilities. Look at things from different angles, and you might see a different point of view, another outlook or perspective. Like those are the things we just, we like to challenge, the audience.
Absolutely. Right. Okay.
There's something else you want to say before I go to the article?
No, when you do yours. No,
okay.
I'm good.
All right, so I have one with Luke Perry. This is coming from FoxNews.com. This is his cause of death revealed. Of course, this was published March 13th. So I'm going to read down what they have reported on and have facts on. Luke Perry's death certificate has been released, confirming details about his final days. According to the document obtained by TMZ, a service for Perry was held at the Alpha Society Funeral Home in Burbank, California. The certificate contains omissions, but TMZ reported that the Riverdale and Beverly Hills 90210 star was buried in Dixon, Tennessee on Monday. Page 6 has reached out to Perry's rep for confirmation. On March 4th, a rep told Page 6 Perry died of a massive stroke, surrounded by his children Jack and Sophie, fiancee Wendy Madison Bowyer, ex-wife Minnie Sharp, mother Ann Bennett, stepfather Steve Bennett, brother Tom Perry, sister Amy Coder, and other close family and friends. Perry's certificate confirmed he died of a ischemic cerebrovascular accident, which is when a blood clot blocks a blood vessel and prevents blood and oxygen from getting to a part of the brain, according to Medicine Plus. Whoa, hold on. Medline Plus, excuse me. He was hospitalized at St. Joseph Medical Center in Burbank, California. Perry's fiancee, Wendy Madison Burr, was listed as his healthcare directive. After his death, Burr released a statement saying, in part, the past 11 and a half years with Luke were the happiest years of my life, and I'm grateful to have had that time with him. I also want to thank his children, family, and friends for their love and support. We have found comfort in one another and in the knowledge that our lives were touched by an extraordinary man. He will be dearly missed. Absolutely.
Absolutely, he
Rest
will
in
be.
peace to Luke Perry.
I mean, even if he is a celebrity, at the end of the day, he's a human being.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what went on in his personal life.
Yeah.
Again, whether you are a celebrity or you're just everyday individuals like ourselves, a lot of people put the faces on and say, oh, I'm okay. But you really, at the end of the day, you really don't know how or what is going on with a person. That's why you have to choose your words wisely. Like, I know it can be hard, and a lot of times we can act on impulse. I get that. I get it. But we have to watch the words. We have to watch how we treat people in general, because you just never know what's going to set somebody off.
Yeah. And then also, even people that you're close to or have a relationship with, be careful what you say, because if they gone, you can't take it back. There's no rekindling, the relationship or friendship. I mean, no patching it up. It's like once it's out there, it's out there. If the person is, has transitioned, you're gonna have a lot of regret, a lot of resentment, a lot of pain. Wish you should have said this instead of said that, and just appreciated that person more. So yeah, you have to value life in general. Just value life. Rather a person, like you said, you never know, a person probably go off or something. I mean, you have to be careful what you say. Yeah, again, valuing life. Considering what you're saying, because you don't know what the other person's going through. That'll set them off. Hey, it's a challenge out here, but you gotta do your best. That's all you can do.
Absolutely, you're right about that. In the last article for Luke Perry, for those that might be tuning in now live or you're viewing us, we're talking about 3 different individuals that have transitioned on this year. In the month of March, 3 people transitioned that we want to talk about. And the first one that we're talking about now is Luke Perry, who used to be on Beverly Hills 90210, for those of you who may remember that. Again, I had asked if you do remember it, just put in the comment me, or if you didn't, that's cool too. So we're talking about him, Luke Perry, who had a massive stroke. So this is coming from CBSNews.com, and it says Luke Perry's sudden death and the warning signs of strokes. So actor Luke Perry, best known for his role in Beverly Hills 90210 in the 1990s, and more recently Riverdale. If you've watched Riverdale before, put me. Died Monday after suffering a massive stroke last week. He was rushed to the hospital in LA, and he died 5 days later, surrounded by his children and other family members and friends. His death serves as a tragic reminder that stroke can affect anyone at any age, and the effects can be devastating. Each year, more than 795,000 Americans suffer a stroke, according to the Center for Disease Control, the CDC. Center for Disease Control and Prevention. About 140,000 of those people will die. Strokes are responsible for about 1 out of 20 deaths in the United States, making it the 5th leading cause of death among Americans. So it's real, people. It's real. Never say never, because you never know. Because guess what? Was that a year? Did we go to Vegas last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Last year. Let me tell you how the universe works, right? This is where for me, the spirituality come. I had a mini stroke, a mini heart attack last year.
It just came.
It just came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I know that I had some stress going on, but it just came out of nowhere, right? And I'm so glad that my mind works the way that it works when it's working good, because I took myself to the doctor, and then I took myself to the hospital, and they were so glad that I caught it in time, because it could have went somewhere else.
It could have been extreme.
It could have been really extreme, and I'm so glad and fortunate that I caught it. But that really, really, if nothing else didn't wake me up, and I've had tons of challenges like all of us, but if that woke me up, okay, and I've been trying to do the best and be the best and live the best that I can. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. I still do cheat on some things, but I'm a work in progress, and I know just from last year. Now, I had that almost the week before my birthday. And then how the universe worked it, I was so fortunate and blessed to be able to go to Vegas for my birthday, because I was not sure. Like, I was questioning myself, like, am I going to make it to Vegas? But we made it to Vegas.
Universe worked.
The universe worked. I mean, I had some things going on, but I didn't overextend myself or overdo. I just enjoyed myself, and I was so fortunate. But like I said, I'm saying that to say, you never know. It affects all ages. So please don't think, oh, just because I'm young, it's not going to affect me. It can. It definitely can. If it can affect young little kids, it can affect you. So you're not excluded from it. And you can be in the best health.
And you can all of a sudden have an aneurysm,
a heart attack, or just drop dead. Excuse me.
So no, it doesn't matter if you're healthy. When it's your time to leave, it's just your time to leave.
Yes, so please, people, be the best you that you can be, and make a difference, make some type of impact, a difference in this world. Think outside of yourself. Think about yourself of course, but think outside of yourself also. Like, do something for someone else, or do one humanitarian act.
I mean, not that you're trying to save the world.
Not that you're trying to save the world. Absolutely.
That's impossible. But I want to intercede on something you said about where it woke you up when you had the mini heart attack. And that makes you rethink life. If you on the brink of death, or you actually died and came back. Like, I'm not talking about reincarnation. I'm talking about there's some people who actually died. They was in a hospital bed, comatose for, it could be months, it could be years, and they just all of a sudden come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it makes you have, or if you got shot, and you was injured, and either you was injured or you actually died for a second or two. But it just makes you have a different outlook on life and just really appreciating the small things.
It does.
It really does. And then you really change the patterns and habits that you do in your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Really just rethinking how you do things. And that's what it boils down to as a human being, just really finding ways to just really finding better ways to do things in life, and really just knowing how to redirect your reactions with people.
Right.
Even that, you definitely get a different perspective. And I just wanted to throw that out there too. Like, again, it goes back to appreciating life. That's what it all boils down to.
You're right. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to get comfortable, take my little shoes off. But you're right about. I mean, you're right about that. Yes, you're right, Uno. Because like, I've been letting toxic people go. But when that happened, I was like, gotta do more, gotta work towards spirituality, how that looks for me. Working on not letting people at my job get me.
They'll take you there
as much. It's a work in progress, and it's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And then like just people in general, and then also my passions, my goals individually, like what I want to do, and pursue those, right? Because we can talk about what we want to do, what we should have, could have done. We can talk about if I got mental issues or just any type of disorders going on. And you know what? We can talk about, and I'm not disregarding it, and I'm not being mean about it, because I live with what I live with, and I'm very transparent about that. But guess what? I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm taking what I have, and I'm doing the best that I can do, because there's so many people that's worse off than me. Okay, right? With no hands, no arms, no legs, right? And they getting up and they washing themselves, and they're brushing their teeth, and they're doing personal care, and they're getting out here and they're working, and they're making things work.
And you're thinking like, dang, well, what's my excuse?
Why and I have limbs, and and not to disregard that I don't go through pain or go through challenges, but I think about these people that I see physically, that I see on Facebook, that I see on YouTube, and yes, there are real people there, and it's not photoshopped and all that, right? So I look at that, and that's inspiration for me, right? And it's inspiration because I'm like, how do they do it with no hands and no arms? They use their mouth. They use whatever body part they have to make things work.
Go back to appreciating life.
Appreciation and thankfulness and gratefulness.
Right. They utilize what they already have. The blessing is there. They're just utilizing it. That's all.
Right. And people who can't talk, who have like tubes coming out their throat, like,
how about the blind?
And the blind and the deaf.
Right.
Right? And even the children who are suffering, who are going through their own challenges, little kids, but yet they're being as strong as they can be to fight whatever's going on in their life.
Right.
So we have to just remind ourselves to be grateful. Because I have to say, like, there were times, especially with, being diagnosed with a mental disorder, I was too much like, oh, just life, forget life. And I'm not being mean, because I know everybody has different coping skills. But I got tired of being tired of saying that. I got tired of being tired of that.
Yeah, you want to change.
And so, right.
Yeah.
And so I had to find other strategies. And what it looks like for me is something different for someone. So even with that not being mean, I can't even handle sometimes, a lot of times, people who just, in general, let me say that, people in general who just they're always negative. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that. And I wouldn't want somebody to deal with that with me. Yeah. I can't deal with that. I have to change.
Have to get away from you.
Right.
You're gonna
exactly.
Be that kind of mentality.
So I have to learn how to use those coping skills and change my mindset. Does it, do I have my days? Absolutely. We all have our days, and you don't have to have a mental diagnosis. We all have our days of going through things. But we also, I believe, definitely have that choice to change our mindsets. We do. There's so many different strategies out here, and so many different coping skills out here to do what we need to do.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to say that, and please forgive me, because I'm still going through my cold, my allergies with the pollen and everything. So forgive me if I sound kind of nasally or congested. So I want to follow up also and say the stroke warning signs. So the chances of survival are greater than the earlier treatment begins. So knowing the warning signs of a stroke is important. I know we may not like to go to the doctors. Typically, men don't like to go to the doctors that much, but I feel like we need to go to the doctors to at least get a general idea of what's going on. Now, after you know what's going on, then you can either continue to keep going, or maybe you want to incorporate some other alternative ways into taking care of your body. But I do believe we should go. So much like the way putting out a fire quickly can prevent it from spreading, treating a stroke as fast as possible can reduce the damage to the brain. Symptoms of a stroke may include trouble with speaking and understanding, numbness of the face, arm, or leg, trouble with seeing in one or both eyes, headaches, trouble with walking. So to spot the warning signs of a stroke, the American Heart Association recommends using the letters FAST, F-A-S-T, FAST, which F stands for face dropping. Does one side of the face droop, or is it numb? Ask the person to smile to see if his or her smile is uneven or lopsided. A, for arm weakness. Is the arm weak or numb? Ask the person to raise both arms to see if one arm drifts downward. S is for speech difficulty. Is speech slurred? Is the person unable to speak or hard to understand? Ask the person to repeat a simple sentence to check. T is for time, to call 911. If someone shows any of these symptoms, even if the symptoms go away, still call 911 to help get the person to the hospital immediately. Also, note the time when the first symptom appeared, as, of course, the emergency responders will want to know that information as well as other information. Stroke risk factors. It's also important to know the risk factors for stroke. These include some things you can't control, like age, race, sex, and family history. Men, people age 55 or older, and African Americans are at higher risk of stroke. People with family histories of stroke are also at higher risk. There are also some modifiable risk factors, or those you can change. These include being overweight, which obesity is very high globally, or it says overweight or obese. Physical inactivity, meaning that you're not walking or running, jogging, doing some form of exercise in your life. Smoking cigarettes is a big one, right? A lot of people smoke cigarettes. And heavy alcohol use, right? Use of illicit drugs like cocaine, crack, all these drugs that's out here. And I'm not just talking about over the counter, but prescription drugs, opioids.
Yeah, that's a big
epidemic.
Big
Seriously.
epidemic.
High blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, obstructive sleep, and cardiovascular disease, which includes heart failure, heart defects, and abnormal heart rhythm. Next is, I'm going to briefly talk about stroke prevention. Knowing your risk factors and working with your doctor on a treatment plan to develop a healthier lifestyle are the best ways to prevent a stroke. If you're smoking, stop immediately. And I know that can be very hard for people. So if you can't go cold turkey, I don't know, the only option is to start cutting down on it. Where eventually you won't. I know that they have patches for people. They have gum.
They have the smoking, what's the machine that they use? The people that smoke.
What is it? I forgot what it is. If somebody know what we're talking about, put it out there. I know what you're talking about though. So you need to know your blood pressure, which is important. You need to know if your blood pressure is high or too low. Okay? And you need to know your lipids. Okay? Your good cholesterol, which is the HDL, and your bad cholesterol, which is the LDL. Those could determine what your risk is. Eating a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Even if you don't have none of these issues, it's good to get your veggies and your fruits in. Maintaining a healthy weight, exercising regularly, avoiding alcohol, at least cut down on it if you can't just stop right away. Cut down on that alcohol and drink in moderation. We're not saying have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 glasses, people. We're not saying that. We're saying drink in moderation if you can't stop cold turkey. Okay? It can also help reduce the risk of stroke. So I just want to give that little bit because it's something serious. This is not about preaching. This is about teaching and educating us on what we need to do. You can take really simple steps for your life. It doesn't have to be anything complicated or drastic, nor does it have to be anything expensive.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Be very reasonable.
Very reasonable. And you can do these things at home. I'm not saying to not ever go out to dinner. What I'm saying is cook more at home. You'll know what you're putting in your food.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't know what these restaurants and little corner places is putting in our food. So we just have to be mindful of that. So yeah.
I agree. Again, appreciation of life. You gotta appreciate your life. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Every time.
Right. We can't blame the doctor because the doctor got educated, yes, but he's not the seeing all.
You have to take control of your own life.
You have to take control.
Your life is not theirs.
Right.
I mean,
they're only really going off of what you're telling them for real.
Yeah, that's it. And they give you a diagnosis.
They give you a diagnosis.
And then they prescribe you a medicine. And
they give you some tests.
Patchwork.
Right. And it's patchwork. It is. We've said it before. You can learn to heal your own body.
Yep.
I truly, truly believe that. Hi, Mom. Love you.
Love you, Mama.
Hey.
Hello.
You can definitely heal your body, but you have to want to, because we can tell you these things and other people can tell you these things until they blue and purple in the face. But at the end of the day, it's your choice on what you want to do.
Yeah.
You can either be stuck and you can die. I'm just going to be honest with you. or you can save your life and learn to take care of your body,
Be more health conscious,
and
yes.
do more natural or holistic practices.
It's your body. It's a choice. It's up to you, the path that you lead yourself on.
Right, because especially, if you have a loving family, right, that's very emotional and mental on them, especially seeing you go downhill.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
We love you too.
Mama. Love you too.
I mean, I'm just being serious, and I'm learning that as well. It's nothing that I would say that I can't speak for myself. Most part of it, like
that's laugh for trivia. I'm picturing her voice.
Yeah.
Tell it. Yeah, tell it. Now you already get cut.
Now you already get killed, Mom Dukes Lane. So yeah, like you have to take charge of your life. You have to take control of your life because it's your life. It's your body. You're the one who lives in that body. So you have to take control of it.
Always. You should always.
Yeah. Like get out there, work out. You can start off small. You don't have to do anything like all high tech or whatever.
Right.
You can start off small and then work your way up.
Right. You ain't gotta go for the gusto.
Exactly. There's so many ways to be creative when you eat.
Right.
You don't have to.
It's a mind thing. Really.
It is a mind
thing. It really
thing.
is a mind thing.
It's a mind thing.
A lot of people look. Listen. People gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Right.
Some people don't want to eat healthy. They want to eat what they want because that's what they're used to. And there's some people who really are conscious of what they put in their bodies. They don't want to work on eating better, not even just drinking or smoking or not just putting any kind of poison in their body. It's all up to the individual. And it's a mind thing. Like, people allow that to control them. Like, I feel like, no, you want to eat bad because you want to eat bad. It's not that you can't stop and you just don't want to stop.
Right. And please don't tell me about the whole thing when it comes to drugs. Like, well, weed. No, baby. Weed is a plant from the earth that the Creator has blessed us with.
No, baby.
Okay? And they'll be like, oh, it alters your mind. Well, it probably does. It does. But don't the prescriptions, don't them Percocets, they do that. Yeah, don't they do the same thing?
Liquor does the same thing.
Liquor does the same thing.
People, folks are really different when they drink. You look at them like, ma'am, sir, you don't need to drink no, because it's just not for you.
Yeah,
and then it's not for them when someone has to tell you what you did the previous night.
Right.
That was crazy or embarrassing.
Right.
You like, I did that? Yeah, man, sir, you did that. Yeah.
And for real, for those of you who don't know or not somewhat educated, the cannabis plant or the weed plant, including the hemp, they're both properties that will heal your body.
Yep.
Just to let you know.
And it has a lot of healing properties.
Properties.
Seizures,
glaucoma, diabetes, hypertension.
Right.
So much that it does. And I know a lot of people are not for it, so they definitely will discourage it, which is okay. Of course, if you lace it with anything, it's not going.
Drug.
That's a drug.
Right.
So of course, but if you're just smoking the cannabis or vaping it or cooking it, which is better for you if you cook it, right? It's better for you. So go do your research with that too.
Yeah, definitely do your research. Definitely.
I'm a big advocate.
Yes, I know.
/ peer.
I know.
Make it legal, Georgia.
Put it all on your Facebook.
I'm just saying. They should have caught me in California when I was making that butter, honey. You would have loved it.
Yeah,
but the crazy thing is, it's crazy because when I lived in California and I made the butter and I surrounded myself around people who had been in that life for years that schooled me on things, I didn't have diabetes. I didn't have high blood pressure. My migraines had subsided. Plus I was also vegetarian, vegan, and I didn't have that till I came here. Went through life, started eating unhealthy, and here we go with that. Oh, you have diabetes and things like that.
And have migraines out.
And migraines,
right,
just like crazy. So yeah, it works. I'm a big advocate here.
It's just your lifestyle habits. Like the patterns have changed, and the only way to solve that is just reverse it back to what you was doing when you was in California.
Absolutely,
and you be fine.
I'd be great.
You'd be fine.
So Mom Dukes, as I call her, said God's herb He gave us to heal the mind, body, and soul. Absolutely.
I agree. Definitely.
Absolutely. That's facts.
No alternate facts.
No alternate facts, but real, true facts.
No, but yes, Mom, you're telling the truth about that. That's why the Creator put it here. Use it.
Right. Bless their hearts.
Right. I would like to read one more article, and then we can move on to the next topic. Okay, so Luke Perry's son actually has returned to wrestling. I don't know if many of you know, unless you're a wrestling fan or keep up with current wrestling that still comes on television, would know about Luke Perry's son who wrestles. So he returns for the first time since his dad's death. So I'm going to read this from USA Magazine. Well, US Magazine, Us Magazine. Okay. Finding some sense of normalcy, Luke Perry's son Jack returned to wrestling for the first time since his dad's death in March. Luke Perry through the years. I'm not sure I'll ever be ready. Jack, aka Jungle Boy, 21, captioned a video of the match which took place at White Eagle Hall in Jersey City, New Jersey on Instagram on Saturday, April 6th. But I'm back. The pro wrestler who won at the event then showed his appreciation for his followers, saying, "Thanks for all the love and support at Game Changer Wrestling, #JJSB3, WrestleMania Weekend 2019. I see you trying to reach for WrestleMania. You trying to get into the into the big league. All right. Fellow wrestler Joey Janela opened up about facing off against the younger athlete via Twitter. "You won't believe the stress going into my match with Jack Perry. We thought Ring of Honor would end at 11 p.m. It was the real biggest clusterfuck." Yes, he said that. "Thank you, fans, for rushing here and doing me and Jack that. #JJSV3. The hashtag stands for Joey Janela Spring Break 3. Jack previously pulled out of a scheduled wrestling event in the wake of his father's sudden death. Unfortunately, Jungle Boy will no longer be wrestling at our March 13th show in Los Angeles. Bar Wrestling tweeted at the time, "Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family at this time." The Riverdale star passed away on March 4th following a massive stroke. On February 27th, Jack paid tribute 2 days later. "He loved supporting me in everything and inspired me to be the best that I could possibly be." The wrestler captioned a series of Instagram photos on March 6th. "I learned so much from you, and my heart is broken thinking about everything you won't be here for." He continued, "I miss you every day that I walk this earth. I'll do whatever I can to carry on your legacy and make you proud. I love you, Dad." Jack's sister Sophie spoke out one day prior. "A lot has happened in this past week for me. Everything is happening so fast." The ATO wrote on March 5th alongside a snapshot of herself and her father. "I made it back from Malawi just in time to be here with my family, and in the past 24 hours, I have received an overwhelming amount of love and support. I cannot individually respond to the hundreds of beautiful and heartfelt messages, but I see them and appreciate you all for sending positivity to my family and I. Jack, Sophie, their mom, Minnie Sharp, Luke's fiance, Wendy Madison Burr, and other family members by the late actor's side at the time of the Beverly Hills 91210 alums passing." So again, that's coming from Us Magazine, and that's real dope that his son's getting back to wrestling.
Right, yeah.
I'm glad that his father inspired him to just go back in there and just be the best he can be. And going back to what I'm saying, appreciating life.
Exactly.
The little things count, man.
They sure do.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Ooh. Get
Life
up
is
in the
too
morning
short.
to
It's too
breathe.
precious.
Yes.
Right? Even
I
waking up to
I say
breathe.
that all the time. Like, just to know that you have the great blessing and fortune to get up, breathe, open your eyes. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Some people, they get up out of bed. Like, I had to pull somebody's coattail at work because they came in with, right, like I'm pulling coattails, honey, because you're not gonna come at my desk and give me attitude, baby. I didn't sleep with you. Right. Can you say good morning? Can you say, right, can you say good morning? Can you say, guess what? I woke up this morning. Hell, I mean, we all have a story, but to get up is a blessing.
It is. I mean,
somebody unfortunately did right. Open your eyes and breathe. Like, even though we might be in pain physically, mentally, spiritually, but you got up and you can work through it because you have the opportunity to do it all over again.
Absolutely.
People just be so stupid sometimes. They get on my nerves.
Pulling their coattails.
Yeah, I'm pulling coattails, honey.
You let them know to say good morning.
Yeah, because they come to my desk and they just like, wait a minute, let's rewind this. Good morning. Good morning. Like, that's, I mean, come on now. Yeah. It don't cost nothing to say good morning.
That's true.
So
people just gonna be in that mode.
Yeah, they don't be in that mode, but they're gonna have to take that somewhere else because you can't come to my desk like that. I'm sorry, you can't.
You don't serve them, huh?
No.
If they don't, if they come with the attitude.
And that includes coworkers and customers. They both come in there with like this attitude. Okay, I get things happen. I get it. I do get it. But we still gonna rewind that back and we're gonna say good morning. Because I'd be like, okay, good morning. Because I look at them stupid like I'm not going to do anything to you, like, good morning. Come on now, like, good morning or hello, something.
Yeah, have some manners.
Something.
Right.
So our next topic is the next individual that transitioned on. Her name is Freeda Foreman. Freeda Foreman, who is the daughter of George Foreman.
If you didn't know.
And
she was a boxer as well.
Yes. So this comes from closerweekly.com. Closerweekly.com. Okay. And thank you to all the individuals that is on live right now. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let us know for the newcomers when you get on. Show some love by hitting that thumbnail in the heart.
Yes.
So the caption is, George Foreman mourns the death of his daughter Freeda Foreman. And he quotes, she's with her maker now. This was published May 11th, 2019. So after the death of his daughter, Freeda Foreman, George Foreman is publicly mourning her loss with an emotional tweet. First Sunday in 42 years without my Freeda, the 70-year-old Olympian wrote. She's with her maker now. Law enforcement told TMZ that Freeda, one of George's 12 children, was found unresponsive by a family member in her home near Houston, Texas, on Friday, March 9th. Early reports indicate she died of an apparent suicide, but an official cause of death has yet to be determined by a coroner. Daddy, I want a box. Get an education first, I said. Well, she brought the bacon home. Degree. 2 kids, 3 grands, and a husband. First Sunday in 42 years without my Freeda. She's with her maker now. 10 kids forever.
Wow.
Day I wanted, okay, one more year. One more decade. Let me see what else that they may have. Okay. It says, in his tweet about Freeda, George also told a very touching story about his daughter. He recalled how Freeda wanted to box and how he told her to get an education first. Okay, she did just that before becoming a professional boxer in the year 2000. Retiring the following year with a 5-1 record. Freeda is survived by her husband, 2 children, and 3 grandchildren. It's clear just how much she meant to him because George said he wants one more decade with her, not just one extra day or one extra year. The tweet includes what appears to be a shadow box full of memories of the father-daughter duo at Freeda's college graduation from Sam Houston State University in Huntsville, Texas. This isn't the only thing George has posted since Freeda's death. Heaven sends so many wonders, too many to have questions about any one thing or event in my life. He wrote that alongside a photo of a newborn horse standing beside an adult horse, likely from the ranch the two-time world heavyweight champion owns in Marshall, Texas. George has been responding to people sending best wishes via social media. Though we know he is mourning Freeda's loss, it is clear that the two shared a special bond beyond just the sport they both loved. Our thoughts and prayers go out to George and all of Freeda's friends and family during this difficult time.
Mm-mm-mm.
And it's so sad. It's so sad because sometimes, a lot of times, people are so ignorant to when individuals may have committed suicide. And being a suicide survivor, I don't really share it too much, and probably I only share it if I go out and speak about just mental issues and just life in general, what we as individuals, but I tend to speak more to women, what we go through, and people are so quick to be judgmental. You just, again, everyday people, celebrities, really, these people have like two different lives almost.
Yeah.
They show us one way, and when they're
It's
behind their closed doors, it's something totally different, and you
Excuse me.
really don't know. I'm not here to judge because I'm not the creator. All I can do, like, I have a lot of feeling for that.
Then another thing that's crazy because you don't know if you could be in that position.
Exactly.
Well, you talking about something, never happened to me, or why,
You just never know.
why people do this. I would never do that. I mean, how you know? You don't know what can happen in 5 to 10 years.
Mhm.
You don't know. You don't know where your mindset would be at.
Absolutely.
Not to say and everybody will go through suicide, but you just don't know. Life circumstances happen. Your mentality can change.
Absolutely.
So yeah, people are ignorant. People need to stop it.
Yes, please.
Stop it. Like
The
seriously.
ignorance is real. Like, you're right.
Like, okay, you don't commit suicide. Whoop-de-woo. You want to clap? What?
You just don't know.
You survive because you don't commit suicide. Good for you. Moving forward.
And the ignorant statements that I've heard just about suicide and trauma and mental disorder or mental health and things like that, it's just so ignorant.
Right.
And I try really hard not to, go overboard, but that is something that I'm very passionate about. And I believe that because I am a humanitarian, I'm just passionate about things. I'm not stupid or slow. I'm just passionate about a lot of things because, like you said, again, people are quick to say what they would never do,
until it happens.
Until it happens. You just never know.
That's why words are powerful. That never word always comes to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the opposite of what you're saying is gonna come. That's why I don't say never. I don't like saying never because every time I've said never, I've noticed what I don't want, it comes to life.
Right.
So I avoid saying that word. That's a jinx word. Seriously, it is.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
I would like to read this comment by my mother. I send love to Nipsey's family and to all Warriors brothers who helped him. And I'm gonna speak on that comment because we're gonna get into it in a minute. But I just wanted to read that comment.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because I had something to add to that. But go ahead though.
Oh no, you had something.
No, I'm good.
You didn't have anything?
I do, but it's pretty much the same thing you read.
Oh,
yeah.
So, this is just, of course, talking about she was 42 years old. She committed suicide by hanging herself. He's just, as I read before, he's paying tribute to his daughter. It says, I've been in boxing since I came into this world. Anything that's strong and tough, it's what I want to do. It's something I always really loved. Freeda once told the Greenville News, admitting her dad wasn't thrilled by her decision at the time. The elder Foreman retired in 1997 following a Hall of Fame career in which he became the oldest heavyweight champion at the age of 45. In an 81 bout career, he fought Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier twice, Ken Norton, and Evander Holyfield, among other notables. So this was just pretty much a really brief reading from FoxNews.com about, again, him paying tribute and how I'm sure he loved all his children. But speaking of Freeda, he was proud of her, and I just hope that she's in a better place where she has peace.
Yes.
Because I'm definitely not here. I'm not here to judge.
And she was hanging on a rope?
It doesn't really say if she was hanging by a rope, but she was hanging. So I don't know what she was hanging by.
But you know what my
But
mind
then,
goes.
as always, we have the two sides to our brain.
Even Lou Perry's situation.
So though these situations, and we kind of think alike anyway, though these situations are, I'm not going to say that they could not happen, because they truly can.
Yes.
But because I always think on the other side,
and it's Hollywood.
What is Hollywood and these celebrities, I tend to think also, well, what about, it could have went far left.
Right. Like, what about the other possibilities?
The other possibilities of someone killing them.
Right. And even with Nipsey Hussle's situation.
Even with Nipsey, we're going to get into that
now. Right. I mean, you're right. Because that's in the back of my mind. I'm just saying. Right.
So you
can't take things for face value, especially when it comes to Hollywood and entertainment. They fabricate a lot of things.
True.
So you won't find out the truth. There's a lot of crazy mess going on here. You just never know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we're getting to our next topic, and I would like to, of course, brush you up if you're not abrupt about Nipsey Hussle's death. Okay. He got assassinated, because I don't believe killed. Assassinated. And in California, in front of his marathon store, in front of his own store. I mean, how bold can you get? So, I mean, honestly, I'm still affected by it. Honestly, I am. Like, even when I'm when I'm just at home chilling, I just be thinking about, like, man, like, I wish he was still here. I mean, he could have did so many great things. He was already doing great things, but just imagine the level he would have got to if he was still alive. He could accomplish so much in a little amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he was a good brother. I mean, we could talk about the little faults he had. So what? Everybody has faults. But his good deeds outweighs his bad. And that's what I'm going to shine the light on. I don't care about what he did. What? I don't care about that. I care about the purpose that he actually pursued and made a difference in the world in his own way. That's what I'm looking at. I'd rather highlight that. But Mom, to you talking about Nipsey's family and just sending love and to all the wars and brothers, he definitely was a warrior. That's for sure. you know, so even certain people he hung with, but definitely Nipsey was a warrior. He wasn't afraid. I mean, of course, he knew at some point that he could meet his fate because of the things he was doing and because of how people felt because he was a black man and, you know, got out the hood. I mean, he still was interactive, heavy in the hood. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, being a successful man, you know, having you know, being in the public eye, having the popularity, you know, being out the hood and just helping people. People are hateful, like people are jealous and envious of that because they're not at the level he was at, and they're stuck with that. And so, of course, it's going to come with haters. Even going to come with people who's trying to just bring you down in general when you're trying to do great things. So, yeah, he definitely did so much. I mean, from starting a marathon store, you know, he had a similar company where, it's, what you say, the WeWorks. He has a similar thing in California, but for the hood. He said he helping the, you know, underprivileged out, and he set up something like that. Even economically trying to set up things. Really wanted to shine light on Dr. Sebi, you know, working on a documentary that was going to expose a lot of things. I mean, he was just involved in multiple things. He had a vision and he was sharing it with people and making things happen, which what really sparked all this was him going to his father's, you know, country. He stayed a little while, and I mean, of course, it's a different, you know, lifestyle, different culture, different way of living, but that really opened his mind to the possibilities that he could accomplish. And really just seeing what it truly means to be melanated, what it truly means to be about your people, and what can he do to help. He had some kind of he had culture. And he was just really a solid dude, man. Like, seriously. And everybody saying the same thing. He was just a good guy. Solid dude, you know. Was about his, you know, wife, you know, about family, about the people. I mean, he was just doing so much. Even his music. Like, you know, I've been a big follower of his music for the longest. You know, some people just now jumping on the bandwagon. That's a whole nother conversation. Just jumping on the bandwagon just because it's Nipsey and he, you know, passed away. But, you know, even in his music, you can hear, you know, the inspiration and the motivation and, you know, just inspiring everyone to just do better. So, yeah, definitely I'm sending my love to the Nipsey's family. Definitely to Laurel London, because I know she's going through it. That's got to be hard. And you know, I mean, this man has so much respect. I mean, from the Bloods, the Crips, the essays, even the police. You know, of course, it's the celebrity friends he knew, just regular people he knew. I mean, you know, even other colleagues or the races. I mean, that really says a lot to me as a black man. That's not a normal one. Definitely not. I mean, he could have reached the potential of Malcolm X because that's where he was headed. I mean, so yeah, I just wanted to really speak about this before I started really getting into these articles. I mean, yeah, he's touched a lot of people.
Absolutely, he has.
Definitely. It's just very, you know, it's just unfortunate how people do each other, man. That's what's getting me too. Like, seriously, you shoot this man 5 times. You know, 5 in the chest, 1 in the head, and then the security guard. You shot him and you run back and shoot him.
And he looked like he was kicking him or stomping on him, even though he was dead.
Talk about hate.
Right. That was hate.
And he was programmed. And I just, yeah. I mean, this got to stop, man. I don't care if the government was involved, which they was. Rather, the government was involved. Of course, you know, a black person was involved in his death. Our people gotta do better. Like, come on, seriously. We gotta heal. Enough is enough, man. We so desensitized as a people. We don't have no kind of love for each other. We don't have no heart. We don't know how to give to each other. We don't know how to support each other. Like, and you want people to respect us? Like, y'all for real? Doing that kind of mess? I don't know what to even say. It's just unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But proceed, though.
So, again, the rapper Nipsey Hussle killed in shooting outside of his LA store. So 2 other men were shot in the incident at the Marathon Clothing in South LA. A suspect remained at large. There's so much to say on this. So, this is coming from NBCnews.com. Nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle was killed in a shooting outside of his clothes called the Marathon in LA on Sunday afternoon. 2 other men were shot and a suspect remained at large, but they have caught him, correct?
They caught that fool. And he got released.
And he got released. Yeah.
Which I will get into that article in a few.
So the LA Mayor Eric Garcetta's crisis response team confirmed on Sunday night, saying, of course, that they lost a great musician, just an overall decent, good man, Nipsey Hussle. Yes, we're not focused on what he did then. Okay, that's our problem. We too busy holding on to the past. People, stop holding on to other people and stop being so damn what's the word? You so judgmental to other people when you need to take a look in the mirror at yourself and get your own shit together.
Are you doing anything to help the community? Are you? Are you doing anything to help your people?
Anything.
What are you active in?
So it said it was consoling and offering support to the family. Hussle was shot multiple times in the parking lot at Marathon Clothing in South LA about 3:25 p.m. and pronounced dead at a hospital. One of the 2 men who were wounded were being treated at a hospital and the other declined treatment. No other information was immediately available, but just a couple of hours before, Hussle, who was 33, whose real name was
Ermias
Ashkadam.
He was a Eritrean, by the way,
right.
People, if you didn't know that.
Had tweeted, "Having strong enemies is a blessing." So, LA Police Commissioner Steve Soboroff said Sunday night that he and Police Chief Michael Moore had been scheduled to meet with Hussle and representatives of Rock Nation, Jay-Z's entertainment agency and production company on Monday to talk about ways he could help stop gang violence and help us help kids.
I really think he would have accomplished that.
I really do. Yeah, he absolutely would have, because he never denied being in a gang and probably still like he's in the gang for life. However, or affiliated, right? But he still was just wanting to did and still wanted to do so much more for the community. So a large crowd, many of them crying, gathered at the scene on Sunday as police and the media helicopters wired overhead. Excuse me. It ain't just LA. He was an inspiration that was bigger than LA.
He was.
You see all these people out here. And again, he's right. All of these people from all backgrounds, different cultures and things like that. He was really cool.
That was my dude,
Tally said he was a dope individual every time he met him. He had a debut studio album. Victory Lap was nominated for the best rap album at this year's Grammy Awards.
One of the best albums, hands down.
Hussle has long been associated with the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips, one of LA's largest street gangs, which he publicly acknowledged in a 2010 interview with the Complex magazine. In more recent years, however, Nipsey had developed an interest in technology and community development, and he was part of a team of artists and entrepreneurs who developed Destination Crenshaw, which is an open-air museum devoted to honoring African American artistic achievement. And it says here, in our culture, there's a narrative that says, follow the athletes, follow the entertainers, he told LA Times last year. And that's cool, but there should be something that says, follow Elon Musk.
Follow Zuckerberg.
Follow Zuckerberg.
Absolutely.
I think that with me being influential as an artist and young and coming from the inner city, it makes sense for me to be one of the people that's waving that flag. because the streets can identify more with that.
Yeah.
If you're not from the streets, there's no way you can talk about the streets. Who the hell gonna listen to y'all? You sound stupid.
You're a fraud.
Right. So Hussle was also an investor in Vector 90, which is a co-working space in South Central LA. That's what you were talking about. Vector, right. that Vector 90, that co-working space.
Right.
Where young people can take classes in science, technology, and mathematics. That's right? Awesome. Because we all know where the money goes. The dollars go to the prison system, not to the education.
Right.
So for him to be able to have these young kids get off the street and educate their mind as well in science, technology, and mathematics, that's awesome. He called the center a bridge between Silicon Valley and the inner city. Saying at last year's Afrotech conference that he hoped to expand to other cities like Atlanta, Washington, and Baltimore. So, oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so in an interview last year with Forbes, Hussle said that as a youth, he fallen prey to the ignorance and self-destruct narrative that was pushed on us through music in our generation.
And I respect that he acknowledged his mistakes.
Absolutely.
Stop making excuses.
Right, as many of us do.
Right, I respect
So, yes, I see how damaging that was for myself included, and we're all subject to the social pressure, he said. I wasn't above it. Each of us are impacted by what's going on around us. Excuse me, I'm getting really nasally. He says, for me, understanding the platform I have and who it speaks to, it's about being strategic. I wanted to redefine the lifestyle and what we view as important, he said. When you hear buy back the block as a narrative, that's powerful. That's a step towards redefining the expectation. Hussle and two co-owners opened Marathon Clothing back in June of 2017 as a smart store, complete with a smartphone app on which fans could buy exclusive content and products.
Make sure you support the Marathon store, by the way. Download the app, please.
Yes, please. So I wanted to open up a brick and mortar physical retail in this area and thought, what's the trajectory and likelihood of being successful as an e-commerce grows. Hussle said his goal was to create a theme park for the brand. We haven't seen that in hip-hop, he said. We haven't seen someone create a real-world place where the brand lives and there's products. Hussle's death deeply shook the world of music and sports, in which he was seen as an inspirational figure. At 33 years old, like, come on now, stop hating. Young.
That's what I said. Imagine what he could accomplish by the time he was 40 and 50. I mean, he would have been way too powerful. And he would inspire so many other brothers to be powerful. And imagine just all that magnified.
Right.
All of us coming. Man.
Right. And
that's so beautiful.
Right.
Man.
And not only was he inspiring the younger generations, including the gangs, but also inspiring the olders as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you're not a normal black man.
Right. Right, because let's be honest, a lot of individuals that are older tend to be one-sided, and they don't want to listen to the millennials because they feel like they haven't lived a long life, so they don't know.
But I think with him, I think they see the wisdom.
Yeah, he's an old soul.
Yeah.
He was an old soul. So Issa Rae, creator and star of HBO series Insecure, said Nipsey had inspired her to invest and own communities. He was a solid man who loved his woman, his family, and his community. Eritrea's Minister of Information, Yemen G. Meskel, also honored the slain rapper whose family is from the African country.
Which he has spoke on that quite a few times.
He's saddened to hear the news of the tragic and untimely death of iconic recording artist and entrepreneur Nipsey. Says rest in peace and condolences to his family. Also visit Eritrea in April of 2018, where he did an interview with Meskel's website about his music career and back in the country for the first time in 14 years. Just trying to see if they're okay. Nope. So he has lots of people. Saint Laurent Don, 21 Savage, Chance the Rapper,
Colin Kaepernick.
Like there's several. Diddy.
Because he worked with Diddy a lot, you know. I mean, especially, you know, just rebranding himself. So I wasn't surprised when Diddy responded. You know, just reacted to his death. You know, they did work closely with each other on you know, developing his new sound.
So Hussle or Nipsey, and the actor or actress Lauren London were the parents of a 2.5-year-old child. Nipsey also had other children from previous relationships as well. So let's not give he's a poor ass excuse of a father, because you don't know, and I'm sure that his children are very well taken care of, okay? Because again, let us focus on what he's been doing in a positive way, okay? Instead of always wanting to think about what people did in the past. You will know better than anybody else, okay? And let me say one thing before you start, and we're probably going to talk about that too. Let me just say, for the LGBT community, you need to stop.
Oh yeah, because that gay man, I showed you that video.
Yes, stop.
They're glad he died? Seriously?
Really? Like, just because he was not he wasn't
okay with the
sexuality. With the sexuality, so what? For many people outside of what you showed.
But he never disrespected.
But he still never disrespected them because he doesn't approve of the lifestyle, and that's okay.
I can see if he killed a LGBT person or he really truly disrespected the LGBT person, but he didn't even do that.
Not everybody's not going to be for the LGBT community. Stop over yourself.
Y'all toxic.
Y'all toxic for real. Like, y'all getting on my damn nerves, and I'm part of the LGBT community. Y'all getting on my damn nerves. But like, who cares?
They want to talk about people who's in the community have a different opinion about certain things that happens in the LGBTQ. You call us toxic. Y'all the toxic ones.
Right. That's just stupid and petty, and it's just, how dare you? So what? No one is going to agree on everything.
No.
That's just the way the world is set up. So just because he didn't agree of the lifestyle, like you said, he didn't disrespect it, that's that man's choice. He can voice that. I'm okay with it. I'm truly okay. I don't want everyone agreeing with it. Because you're fake to me.
Right, just like I don't agree with everything straight people do.
Exactly. Don't agree with everything straight people do.
Shoot.
So, yes.
No, I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, I seen that, and I'm like, these people are really responding to this mess. This mess. Do something with yourselves. Because you look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Everybody don't have to agree with everything just because it's LGBTQ. That's what makes us different. We all have different minds. We all think different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and just looking at
nerve.
how many people really gathered together for him. They were of all lifestyles,
all
backgrounds, all shades.
And he definitely has a reacher and
Mm-hmm.
family. Now I'm not talking about actual blood, but just the race, the family, support him, individuals. So come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have said nothing. I mean, why wait now? So you clout chasing. Get off the net. Go do something. You do something constructive. You wait till this man die to say something. Then the gay dude got nerve to say, "Oh, I can speak on it when I want to." No, your timing is off. No one cares. Goodbye. Let's move on. Get me hot. I mean, because people say stupid stuff.
Yes, they do.
They just say stupid stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, well.
Mm.
Anywho, to the next article. If this one don't stop acting retarded, this is coming from Inquisitor.com. Nipsey Hussle's final words revealed. Wounded rapper's words to gunman may have led to his death. Nipsey Hussle's final words may have led to his death, a new report indicates. The Daily on Sunday reported on the final statement from the beloved rapper after he was shot outside of a clothing store he owns in Los Angeles. According to the report, a man who the police identified as Eric Holder ambushed Nipsey Hussle and a group of others last Sunday, opening fire and wounding the rapper along with several others. Hussle was shot and fell to the ground and responded by saying to the gunman, "You shot me, you got me, I'm good." Dang, that reportedly prompted Holder, who was walking away, to come back and shoot Hussle again, this time fatally. The suspect then kicked the rapper's body before running off, witnesses said. The killer had been caught on a surveillance camera from a nearby business, showing the man, okay, pop-ups now. Okay, ain't got time for pop-ups. Okay, let me refresh this. Retry. Okay. Showing the man identified as Holder running up to Hussle and a group of people and then sprinting away after one person fell to the ground. Mind you, there was a getaway car. It was a woman. Supposedly some videos circulating around. She looks young. She said she was the getaway driver.
Is that the one that kept running in and out that car?
Yeah. 29-year-old Holder is being held in jail in Los Angeles on a murder charge, reportedly being held in solitary confinement for his own safety, which he's released for because this was published a few days before. Nipsey Hussle was beloved across the Los Angeles community for his efforts to give back and investments he made in the neighborhood where he had grown up. His death was mourned across the region, including by the LAPD, which noted that the rapper was scheduled to meet with the department the day after his murder to discuss ways to decrease gang violence. He was so widely liked that even the rival Bloods and Crips gangs called a truce, their first in 27 years, dating back to the LA riots, so they can march together in a memorial service held this week. And TMZ reported the story, of course. As the Sun reported, the ceasefire between the rival gangs was seen as unprecedented. Local leaders had hoped that the gangs could continue to work together and extend it indefinitely. It is an honor of Nipsey, community leader Big U. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know who Big U is, he's definitely part of the gang. There's a lot of people who said they wanted to get together and come to a vigil and pay respect because Nipsey was the first real LA artist that was from LA. Interest in celebrating Nipsey Hussle's life is so high that officials had to move his memorial service to the Staples Center. TMZ reported, and that's a huge spot. Like the 21,000-seat arena had also been used for Michael Jackson's televised memorial service, and that was an article. I mean, the fact that he sparked the rival gangs to come together says a lot because really, after his death, it just seems like the government wanted, yes, I said the government wanted these black men to be against each other, kill each other. I mean, of course, black on black crime. It could have went left where a bunch of brothers are hurting each other, and for what? But I'm glad these brothers are wise and see the bigger picture, and they came together in truth and walking in peace and honor of Nipsey Hussle to do better for the community instead of destroying it. Because killing each other is not helping.
It's not going right.
We had enough of that in the 80s, the 90s. Even the 2000s is still going on, but enough is enough, man. Seriously, distract us. If you know it's a plot, stop falling for the plot. If you know it's a trap, stop falling for the trap. There's no more excuses no more. I don't want to hear because you grew up in a bad environment. You know, you went through this in your household, this and this and that. We all have. We all got a story. So what? What are you going to do to fix it? We got excuses in the world, but if there's no solution, what good is it? What you doing? What good is it? It's not helping nobody. It's really destroying others, not just yourself, but other people. It's affecting children. It's affecting grandmothers, mothers, aunties, uncles, everybody. It's just your race.
Right.
The representation, people looking at that. Not saying you need any validation from anyone, but I'm saying you can't get respect unless you give it. You can't force people to respect you unless you walk in respect, unless you carry yourself a certain way. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, this is ridiculous, man. Seriously. So I'm glad these gangs came together and just did something that was just, positive. It was no violence, it was no craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And now allowing no opposition to come between these brothers of uniting together. And that's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen this happen in the Black Panthers that got infiltrated. We've seen this happen in NOI got infiltrated. Any other political radical group, we've seen infiltration all throughout. Marcus Garvey movement, Noah Ali movement. The list goes on. So we got to break this cycle, though. We got to break this cycle.
Absolutely, we do.
And I found it strange with Nipsey Hussle's death that the fact that it was so calculated and the way he was shot. And he died at 33 because numbers do mean a lot.
A lot.
It's a coded message that people are really not picking up. Some people are aware and woke, but some people are not. They still keep on emphasizing on this black on black crime, which, yes, it happened. Yes, another brother shot another brother. We know that. We're not dismissing that. We're not saying we don't acknowledge that. But the fact of the matter is, it's not just that minuscule thing. It's bigger than that. We know a nigga who killed a black man. We know that. But what's the bigger picture? And you notice with this guy Eric Holder, he had some notarized defendant, this public defender guy, whoever it is. He's in the public eye. Defend him. He had a lawyer. Big time guy. Now, we know realistically in real life that would not happen.
Right.
You're a regular dude. They just in California just gonna throw you in prison. That'd be that. You serve your time. And that should make you question that. So it can't just be a black on black crime. The fact that he got representation. Even after the fact, getting out of prison. And they say he was in a mental health institution or something like that. And then you get this representation from this guy, comes out of nowhere. So that means there's deeper things
taking place. Yeah.
Look, the government saw what Nipsey was doing. I'm saying in a positive way. And how many people he was influencing and could have influenced and really influenced black people as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that he touched on the Dr. Sebi holistic realm, he was touching dangerous waters. He knew. After that, like, oh man, he's marked. Like that's it. And you touch on that, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You idiots out here who really believe this black crime and I would just doubt of the situation. You stupider than I thought. Come on. This is clear as day. You know how many he could have, I'm saying brothers in the hood and sisters in the hood that he could have inspired by releasing this documentary about Dr. Sabian and sponging on holistic healing and medicine and really getting into their brains to eat better, drink better, really just have a healthier lifestyle. They can't have that. The pharmaceutical companies can't have that. They make billions of dollars.
Right.
You really think they're going to allow this brother to come in here and ruin that? And to them, a nigger, you got to come in here and do this? How dare you?
Y'all worried about cannabis.
Right. That's not even...
And hemp. Like, seriously?
That's not even... That's not no tip of no iceberg.
Right. Meanwhile, we have the prescribed drugs or prescription drugs that's killing us off every day. Killing you off slowly every day. Opioids. High deaths. Right. You don't hear any deaths of just cannabis or hemp killing anybody.
Nope.
There's been proven several facts of people who have medical conditions, especially seizures, that hemp and cannabis is helping. It's helping it, right? It may not, let me just say, it may not cure all. Let me just say, even if it doesn't cure it altogether, alleviate it altogether, it is definitely subsiding a lot of people, even in animals. Showing proven facts in dogs who have seizures or any type of issue. Animals. It's showing and proving facts every day. So it's not just cannabis and hemp. It's that crack. It's that meth. It's that heroin. It's the opiates. It's them Percocets. It's those Oxycontins.
Yep.
Right? It's that's killing you. It's those over the counter. It's that Tylenol. Absolutely. It's that ibuprofen. It's that aspirin. It's that Aleve.
Even if it's not a quick death,
it's a slow one.
Right.
It's a slow one.
Absolutely. Again, you can't take everything for face value, people.
It's our foods with the high salt and all that sugar, all those chemicals that's sprayed on all these foods.
Yeah,
we can't even
fruit.
Even
just
the
so
fruits.
You know, the fruit.
The fruits
that's why
too.
You're supposed to wash it.
Right.
Yeah. Be bright, wash it.
I mean, to be quite honest, let's just be honest. It's the meat we eating.
Yep.
It's that pork that some of y'all, that pork that y'all like to eat, that turkey, that chicken. Pork. I'm not being judgmental, but I'm just being honest, and it includes myself. I don't eat pork. That's been so long ago. But I'm just saying we're eating unhealthy diets, and I can't stand to hear an ignorant person with an ignorant statement say, "Oh, I just can't live without it." Well, boo, you keep eating it, your ass gonna die. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
Because these animals eat. They eat their own kind too. A lot of them. Right?
Especially pigs.
They eat anything.
You want to eat that?
And also, let's just be honest, okay? Even the fish from the bottom the scavengers,
the shrimp, lobster,
catfish, all like them scavengers. So
they eat the filth of the water.
So let's just be honest, like and I know y'all say, well, child, that's gonna be some good crab and shrimp I eat.
I can't stop eating now. I'm sorry.
Right. They come from the roach family. Stop.
You eat a big ass roach.
You eat the big roach.
Hey, I've eaten the big ass.
And me too. I have too. So I'm not gonna lie. But I'm just saying, when you want to do better and educate yourself and become more conscious of become more conscious to make sure that your overall well-being, mind, body, and soul is taken care of, you wake up, and some people are not going to get that because they don't get it when I'm at work, and they be like, "Oh, girl, you don't eat no pork." No, I don't eat no pork. I don't eat it. Like, damn, can I not eat no pork and it be okay? I want my veggies. I want my fruit. I want other things. Shut up.
They're gonna start talking to you.
I'm
just be
okay.
insulting them.
Well, listen, I'm okay if people want to stop talking to me. Because people will try to bring you down, because I'm always offered, girl, you want some turkey, some chicken? Because where I work at, they eat 24/7 from the time they come in until the time they leave. And don't let them have an event and they have all the catering and things like that. And I'm not knocking it, right? Because I slip, I cheat sometimes, and guess what? My body lets me know when I cheat. So I have to be on my Dean to make sure that I'm going to be eating right. Mm-hmm. I can't, like you said, Uno, I can't stop death, but I sure can.
You can slow the process.
I can slow the process down as best as possible.
Y'all be wanting to speed it up.
And they want to come to me all the time. Girl, I got some chicken. I got some this. I got some that. No, thank you. Girl, I can't see how you do it. I said, girl, I don't see how you do it.
Right.
So, I mean, don't insult me. Don't disrespect me. If I tell you no, I don't want it, just keep moving.
Right. Even if you don't agree with it, that's fine.
And I'm okay with
everything ain't meant to be
I'm
said.
okay with that. Like, if you eat what you eat, I'm not going to stop speaking to you because you eat what you eat. That's you. And you see how they won't even allow us to grow. The farmers.
Right.
The farmers. They won't even allow you to grow fresh fruit and things like that.
It says a lot.
It says a lot because that's taken away from them. We're farmers and as well as others want to educate people how you can do better.
That's all we're saying.
When you do better, you know better. When you know better, you do better.
Hello.
Right. Appreciate it.
Appreciate life.
And stop putting people down because they may not eat what you eat. Like I've told Uno before, someone said, "Oh, you're not black because you don't eat chitlins." Really? Okay. And you black and sound stupid. Meanwhile, while you're eating all that, your body's still becoming poison, and your skin is looking ugly and disfigured.
And then you smell,
and you smell, and now you smell like that chitlins that you ate.
And it comes through your breath too. And it has a strong everlasting smell. It doesn't go away. So you a walking piece of shit. And I'm meaning that literally. You are.
Oh, they get upset because someone else that I knew that I told Uno about, they came and approached her because she says she don't eat collard greens. Okay, she don't eat collard greens
they got
chicken.
offended because she don't eat collard greens.
Right. They told her, how can you be black and not eat collard greens?
She don't eat collard greens.
She don't eat collard greens. That's her business. That's her life.
Right. Yeah, there's some people who don't eat cornbread. They don't like cornbread. There's some people who don't like grits. I don't like grits. So I ain't black enough because I don't eat grits.
It's just the ignorance that people state.
Man, I understand that is a black thing. I get it. So you used to hearing say, "Oh yeah, I like my grits. I like my collard greens and corn." I get it.
I get it.
But you do gotta understand, all black people ain't the same.
Just not how they built.
Duh.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh, you go ahead. Oh. Was I?
You had finished.
Okay, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this next article is coming from HollywoodReporter.com. HollywoodReporter.com, and it's entitled "Nipsey Hussle's Family Girlfriend Lauren London Speaks Out on Rapper's Death." This was April the 6th of this year, and it says, "It was like he was sent by God to give some love to bring us together, because that's what his lyrics were saying. Always." Hussle's father, DeWitt Ashadome, said in an interview with LA Times. So days after rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed outside of his clothing store last Sunday, his loved ones spoke out for the first time about his shocking death in an interview which was published Friday with the LA Times. "I would like for him to be remembered as a humble, spirited, respectful man who had since his childhood had an extraordinary and unlimited intellectual capacity." That was coming from the rapper's mother, and Angelique Smith told the Times of her son, real name, who is again Aramis Joseph Ashadome. Smith also said that her son was always aware of the talent he had that would lead him to have a successful music career. He recognized at an early age his own capability, his own potential. He has always known. Despite grieving herself, Smith said that she finds herself comforting mourners and chasing away the spirit of fear and grief, retaliation and anger. She added, I've been at perfect peace. Meanwhile, Hussle's father, DeWitt Ashadome, said he believes his 33-year-old son's death symbolized that he had completed what he needed to be doing according to God's plan. It was like he was sent by God. Again, I'm going to reread what I just said. It was like he was sent by God to give some love to bring us together, because that's what his lyrics are saying. Always. He's not shy to tell the truth, even though it might not look good. He wasn't scared of anything. God sent him to send a message. It looks like your time is up because you have completed what I sent you to do. We all have a plan, but God has his own plan. So he has completed what he needed to be doing, and he did it early. So God probably wants to take him early too. Hussle's brother commended him for turning the area they grew up in into a landmark through his activism. There's a lot of politics within the area that we grew up in, but he stayed the course and showed what he was about. He made something work in an area that was down, that people were scared to come to, and he turned it into a landmark, said his brother Samuel Ashadome. Meanwhile, Hussle's long-term girlfriend, Lauren London, with whom he shared a child, praised the rapper for always ensuring that his came first, and asserts that she will keep her head high during this somber time for their family. I know that's a struggle. My prayers to you. He was a protector and wanted us to be our best at all times. He was a truth seeker and truth speaker. I'm going to keep my head high and always represent for my king to the fullest.
That's right, you better.
That's right. He loved his kids. S, plural, not singular. He loved his kids.
Yes.
Okay? He was a family man. His family came first.
That's a positive black man. That's the images I want to see. I don't want to see all this nonsense some of these black men be on. I don't want to see that. Absolutely. That's what I want to keep seeing. We got to bring that energy in. Got to keep it circulating.
Right. Because he don't denounce that he did anything wrong or any of that. He was very transparent. Very, very transparent. But he also this is just motivating, inspirational. I know that at this time it is a hurt piece for the family, and
I'm still hurt by it.
And they're doing their best to keep it up, but they're keeping his legacy going, and I love it. So London also mourned his death in an Instagram post that said, I am completely lost. I've lost my best friend, my sanctuary, my protector, my soul. I'm lost without you. We are lost without you, baby. I have no words. The actress captured the photos. Excuse me. So Eric Ronald Holder, 29 of LA, was arrested Tuesday, but of course we know he's released now. He was arrested Tuesday following a massive manhunt after he allegedly shot and killed Hussle on Sunday afternoon in the area of Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard. He was charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. The criminal complaint also includes allegations that he personally used a firearm and caused great bodily injury and death, according to the district attorney's office. He pleaded not guilty to the charges. Holder is being defended by who Uno said Christopher Darden, who was a former prosecutor on the 1992.
Correct that, prosecutor.
Okay, so
I corrected myself. I said lawyer, prosecutor.
Oh, okay. Who again? So his name is Christopher Darden, a former prosecutor on the 1992 O.J. Simpson's murder trial. Okay, so Nipsey, exactly. Nipsey's death sparked sadness and outrage from the music, sports, and entertainment community. Okay,
as it should.
So absolutely. Some of the biggest stars again shared their heartbreak and anger via social media. Of course, Meek Mills, Pharrell Williams, Chance the Rapper, LeBron James, and Ava DuVernay. DuVernay.
Yeah,
excuse me. I'm so congested right now. So yes, I mean lots of people.
I'm pissed. Like when I saw that, I really wanted to go. It's just about these Negroes.
I think we really, like you said, need to think beyond this and don't just take it as, okay, like you said, another angry black man hurting another black man, not angry black, not another angry, but a black man hurting a black man. I think we really need to just keep your mind open and step out the box and just, it was gang related. Okay. It just pisses me off that it just had to be a black man.
And people dismissing it all, and especially black people. Yes. I haven't seen that fully on the internet. Just absolutely. Dismissing and that's it. No, but you're right. Right. It's bigger than that.
Peace, Celine. Peace, Celine, Monique.
Thank you, Celine,
peace and blessings be upon you, sister. Thank you for joining.
No, go.
Oh no. It's just it makes me mad. I'm just dealing with it, I guess, in a different way for some reason, but that's okay. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I'm angry at people for just the comments, like that they're making.
I had to get off Instagram with that fool.
Because I truly feel like it's more than just face value.
Yeah. Okay. People don't want to believe it though.
And it's already sad in general that we're already killing each other off anyway.
Right. But when you got a rapper that's famous, it just makes it worse.
Right. But it's also on a flip side of it, it's also another beautiful thing from what I saw on Facebook with the Nation of Islam coming out.
Oh man, that was so beautiful.
And just seeing those brothers and sisters coming together
I
like
wanted
that.
To cry, I'm not gonna lie. I really wanted to cry.
Right. And how everything was just at peace.
Right.
Everybody came together of all denomination, nationalities, gender, sexual orientations. They all put all that aside and all came out for him. I thought that was just so dope.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man. It's beyond dope. Like, I want to cry now. I'm trying to hold it in. That's all I want to see amongst our people. That's all I want to see.
We need to really stop worrying about the wrong thing.
We better than this, man. We can overcome all this world. We can actually overcome this world.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta change, man. Stop making excuses. Stop allowing things to affect you. Like, we gotta move beyond this mess in this world. Seriously, man.
Right. It's
ridiculous. But to see that, like you said, the Nation of Islam, the sisters, the MGTs.
Right.
Ah, man.
That was dope. That was just so dope to see. I kept playing that video over and over again because I was trying to share it to my own. I was trying to share it from IG to my Facebook, my personal Facebook. I just thought it was just dope, even if it was the smallest little clip. But they have so many clips, and every one that I saw is just a positive. Even though I know people are hurting, but it was just nice and good to know that we brothers and sisters of all shades, and again, just different walks of life
yeah.
and background could come the freak together and
for
a change, and no one's acting stupid. It's just a lot of positivity was coming.
It was peace
and a lot of peace, right?
See, the enemy don't want to see that. Because they wanted something to jump with this whole situation.
Oh, yeah, they was expecting the gangs to come together and just blow that whole thing up.
Right. Really fighting against each other.
Fighting against each other.
And really just black people fighting against each other. They really want this martial law to go down. They're really doing anything possible to just trigger this martial law. That's all it is. That's all I see.
So that was what I was talking about, I think, over this weekend. The martial law, if I'm right, the martial law having really, I'm just saying it in the smallest term, the martial law where it's really just having people that they lock down where you live.
Yeah.
And really the only people that can come in is the people that live there.
Right.
So let me tell you about that one. I want to make sure real quick. Like we had bouts when I was living up north in Philly, on the outskirts of Philly and Derby, where there was shootings. Our brothers is shooting and killing each other, where martial law came out. If you did not live in that community, you were not allowed. Every day you had to show an ID, whether it was a student ID, driver's license, state issued. Every day, I'm telling you, they were driving and walking in the neighborhoods. It had gotten so bad they did not even want you to come out of your house on your porch. But as radical as I was, because I am a warrior, honey, I came on my porch. You're not gonna tell me what I can do. Where I pay taxes and I work. I'm gonna come out on my porch. And the things that I saw, I mean, I get it that the white people, they do what they do. Okay, I get all that. But when I see another brother beat the Pope out of another brother, and he really did do what they asked. He stepped out of his car with nothing, no gun. He stepped out. He didn't give them no problems. And you're beating him senselessly right in front of my face. Like, that just did something to my soul. Like, ugh. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, that bothered me. Yeah, that bothered me. But I'm just saying that martial law, like, that makes me feel some kind of way.
That's what they want. They're trying to trigger a race war. Don't you get it?
Right. Oh, I definitely get it.
And that's what they're trying to do with this Nipsey Hussle situation. I see that.
I definitely get it.
They're trying to trigger something. I mean,
what do we stand for?
Right.
Like, I want to know that for the people that's on live or the people that's gonna look at this. What do we, as our black brothers, our black and brown brothers and sisters, what do we stand for? When do we say enough is enough?
And if you happen to lose your life and trying to do something righteous for your people, so be it. It does take sacrifice. But you're right. When is enough enough? When is it? Where does the line drawn? Where's the line drawn at? When are people going to wake up? When are people going to stand up for something? When are people going to stop being complacent? Stop being comfortable? Who knows?
And stop stop disrespecting us. We can't stand us. I try hard not to say we hate us, but that just always comes to my head because of all we just on the coloration and we don't like us, a lot of us. We just don't like to see us succeed, and we will do everything within our means to bring us down. We don't like other people's. We don't like because somebody got a nice texture of hair. We don't like because people speak a certain kind of way and you got to say we speak in white. What the hell does that mean? We're speaking white. Or you're from the house and you have the privileges and all. Like, when do we get in a position?
Oh, you got a new car. You got a new house.
Right. Or you dress a certain kind of way and they feel like, that's an issue or you don't deserve it. Or you have a business. And they want you to give it to them free, but they'll go outside of the non-blacks and pay their rent money to go get a copy because it's not an original. because anybody else can go get the same thing.
Yeah.
So when do we stop? We don't support each other.
You know, the black-owned businesses. I mean, there's black people support. I'm not saying it's not.
Right.
But it needs to be a larger amount than what I see.
We need to do more. We
and
need
how
to do
they
more.
Support Michael Kors and MCM and H&M and all these European brands. They don't put their energy into these BOBs.
Right.
Who really need the support.
I don't know. It's just
blowing money in the club. You
blowing your mortgage and your rent money, honey, to go in the club and make it pour down raining. And at the end of the day, you're not going home with him or her.
Yeah. And you losing all your money.
And you're going back and the rent is paid and you trying to figure your life out how you going to pay your mortgage or your rent.
Right.
And then you got to sell what you have in your house and sleep your ass on the floor.
Right. They come out the house flexing. How you fresh and you got no lights in the house, you know, no good running water, you barely have food. What sense does that make? You blowing your dollars.
Just blowing dollars.
On European establishments. That's exactly what you're doing. No kind of priority set whatsoever.
And excuse me, even if it is the same product over and over from a B.O.B., so what? It's a B.O.B. Go support us. Support your brothers and sisters with their products or their services. Oh, they say we charge too much.
Huh?
Really?
Sounds stupid.
We charge too much. We can go get it over there. No disrespect, but we can go get it over there with the Asian man. Okay.
That's the Asian man. He ain't black man, though.
I'm just saying, can you support B.O.B.s too? Can it be some kind of balance? Can it be something? It's just horrible, honey.
And people are conditioned too. This society's so conditioned that they don't want to do nothing outside of the box. They just content in what they want to do and what they like. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That's black people for you.
I'm doing my best to, like, I'm surrounding myself with only positive, like-minded individuals that are about something, not using you, but we're all able to benefit and eat from it. We'll all have blessings from it, where there's no little I's and big U's or no little U's and big I's, however that's to be, however you say it. Like, but we all can be blessed from it. Because I feel like we've said before, I feel like a lot of time in situations like, you know, I share. I'm not saying I share everything, but if there's something, I put things out. There's a lot of information and resources that it don't benefit me, but I'm going to share it out because it's going to touch somebody.
Right. Who really need the information.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm just over people. Okay. Okay, so
definitely, I'll check it out. We definitely check it out.
Tony Tone, hey Tony Tone, how you doing?
Hey Tony Tone.
Well, definitely we'll check out what you put up on it.
Definitely.
Also, like I always say, anybody that has a business out here, if you have a business, if you're a speaker, entrepreneur, small business, a service or a product, we definitely encourage you to put that out here in our comment box. We're good with that?
Please do.
Please do. Definitely. Celine, if you're on, Celine, I'm probably saying your name so wrong. Celine, if you're out here, did you get those 2 pictures that I sent? I'm hoping that you're feeling well. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. So you can always Facebook message me with that information. You don't have to leave it up on here. But yeah, we just need to do better overall. Absolutely.
Agree. Oh, okay.
We just running our yip.
Pretty much. But telling the truth though.
Mm-hmm.
This is coming from cbc.ca. So Calgary's Eritrean community holds vigil for late rapper Nipsey Hussle.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you guys know, he comes from an Eritrean background, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
he's comedic. All right. Well, over 100 members of Calgary's Eritrean community held a candlelight vigil on Wednesday to remember an American rapper they called a brother. Nipsey Hussle, who was shot to death Sunday in Los Angeles, was as well respected as a hip-hop artist as he was for his philanthropic work. When we all heard about his death, it was tragic. Calgarian Ariman Woldy Georges said. A lot of us really felt it, and it really showed that he made such an impact that we are willing around the world to hold these candlelight vigils. Hussle, whose real name was Ermias Eshdem, was an advocate for members of the Eritrean diaspora. He was also known for his community building skills. Hussle had earned a Grammy nomination for Best Rap Album this year for Victory Lap, his major label debut. At the candlelight vigil in Calgary, besides the Bow River and in Eau Claire, people lit candles and released balloons. It was one of many held worldwide. Hussle was killed the day before he was scheduled to meet with the police chief in Los Angeles about improving the relationship between police and the inner city. Police have arrested the suspect and say the shooting was not gang-related. Well, do y'all hear that? The police just said it was not gang-related. And y'all still believe in this? It was just a gang violence thing and a Negro killing a Negro and that's it? Okay. Hussle leaves behind 2 children and a fiance. His message to put community first resonated with Woldy Georges, the vice president of YYC Eritreans, a local nonprofit that supports Eritrean youth. We want to celebrate Nipsey Hussle, she said. He was a true champion and really spoke and represented our Eritrean community. And that's what we need, man. Represent our people right, man. That's what we need. We're a small African country with a small population that's grown throughout North America. And he, more so than anyone, made an impact and celebrated and represented our country. In particular, she said she understood the issues immigrants face in North America, as well as the challenges youth, black people do as well. He understood that those are barriers that are really hard to overcome, but focus on what he could do to create opportunities, Woldy Georges said. Hussle was considered a self-made musician. He sold mixtapes out of the trunk of his car for nearly a decade before getting his break. Emmanuel Mengistu said he came to the vigil to remember an artist who was only for the people and not only for himself. As a lot of these black people is for themselves and wonder why we can't get nowhere. What it means to our community is very significant in a generation where some people forget where they come from, and he was not one to do that, he said. Mengistu said he had the chance to meet Hussle on a few occasions at a concert and at his shop in LA and found him inspiring. Excuse me. Down to earth, personable. I was talking to him like he was my friend I had 10 to 15 years. I felt like we spoke the same language, even though we're not from the same part of town, just because of the mindset he had, Mengistu said. I mean, definitely was a personable person. And you can relate to him. Even if you're not a street person, even on a personal level, intellectually, you could just build with him. And that will make him so impressionable to a lot of people. You know how to carry himself. Although, he used to be a part of the gang life and was affiliated, but he knew how to maneuver. You know, it's a time and place for street stuff, and he know how to shut it off, turn it on. And I just respect him as a man as a whole, so I don't have nothing bad to say at all.
Yeah, me either. I'm not even focused on what he did in the past. I'm focused on what he's been doing to make it right.
Right.
And that he wants to help not only his family, but help his community as well. And help the youth, because our youth are not only the future, our youth is right now.
That's true.
Our youth is right now.
And that's who he was helping, the right nows.
The right nows, exactly. Showing them that there's a different way than the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even probably showing those who may not have had a parent or parents.
Look to him as
like a mentor, a
male
male
adult figure,
mm-hmm.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And could possibly a father look to him as a
father figure, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. So that's the ultimate respect for me.
Right, and that's what black men asses need to be damn doing. All this other mess you got going on, I don't know that. I don't entertain that foolery. All that negative stuff, I don't entertain that. You need to be doing something in the community, doing something for your people. That's all I care about. That's only gonna move us forward. All that other stuff is not moving us forward.
Right.
It's bringing us back. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else about no other mess. I don't want to hear it. I mean, 600 years, how long? What excuse we gonna have now? What's the excuse now? For another 100 years? I just don't want to hear it. I just don't. I mean, that might sound cold and nonchalant, and I don't care. But I mean, at the end of the day, we gotta be responsible for ourselves. We gotta be held accountable for what we do. This is why we're in the position we are in now. Because of past mistakes that we made through history, through time. Don't you get it? That's always going to reverse unless we correct it. All the mistakes we made through the past for eons, we have to reverse it. That's all it boils down to. Since we versus did, we made mistakes. And then when we came to the planet, we made mistakes. And then consequences came with it. And we had to struggle. That was the karma. We had to struggle. We still struggle now because we keep making mistakes. We're not being honest with ourselves. We're not trying to correct it. Everybody want to make excuses. Everybody want to get offended. If you're a drug dealer that's poisoning the community, why should people be quiet about it? Why? If you destroy the community, people should speak up. Because you're destroying your own people. And it ain't got nothing to do with snitching. It ain't got nothing to do with tearing the black man down. It has nothing to do with, oh, you don't ride for the black man and all. Man, it has nothing to do with it. It's about doing the right thing. Even in the hardest circumstances. I mean, people back in the 1930s and 40s, 50s had it harder than we do. We got it made, to be honest. Compared to then, they had less to work with. So what the hell is our excuse? Hey, come on, man. Yeah, this is crazy. And then when people actually tell the truth that people don't, I'm talking about the hard truth the stuff that's going on in our community, the drug dealing, the violence, the abuse, whether it's sexual, physical, and when people actually be blunt and honest, people get offended. Why are you offended? Unless it fits you. Does that mean that you don't like your people? Does that mean you tearing them down? Does that mean you against your people? No, that just means you want the best for your people. You're looking out for the welfare of your people. You love your people. You want to tell the truth regardless. Why butter it? Why sugarcoat it? Why make it sound? Why just always focus on over here and not focus over here? That's not loving your people. If anything, you hindering. Because no one is addressing these issues. Even the black women got their shit too. And then when people tell the truth, they don't want to hear it. But it's the truth. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying a lot. You gotta be honest with ourselves. Even if it hurts, you gotta deal with it. Like, okay, you know this is you, so what can you do to fix it? That's all. It's not that serious. But I know the truth hurts and people don't want to hear it, so hey.
And it's hard to let go. People, it's hard to let go. It's hard for them to let go and heal. And that's one of the biggest things, because I had to learn that too. I held on, and I'm not perfect. I'm still holding on to a few things. Yes, I am. But I'm learning. I'm relearning that if we in general don't let go, we will never be able to move forward in anything. When you start questioning yourself, well, why don't I have the job that I want? Or why isn't my business going the way that I want? And you need to take a look back at yourself and just, do like a self check yourself. It could be some things that you're holding on to that you honestly need to let go.
Right. Even if you struggle,
Even if
maybe
you
that's the
struggle.
best for you.
Struggling is a lesson too.
But it can be hard for some people.
But it can be hard.
Like you said, some people don't want to let go. They'll hold on to that job they know it's not benefiting them. Because it's safe.
It's safe.
Yeah.
It's safe. And you don't get out of relationships because
Right.
it's safe and it's comfortable, and you've kind of come complacent with it, like, or you think you can't do better. So you hold on to that one, right? I'd have been there too. So, but at some point in time, for a lot of us, I'm not going to say all of us, for a lot of us, you really just get tired of being tired. And if you want better for your life, you have to do better. And you're going to go through challenges. That is a part of reality. That is a part of life. You're going to go through challenges. But it's still, at the end of the day, it is up to us. We have choices to want to make it better. I practice this every day, because I can get quick to be in this great, wonderful mood. And believe me when I tell you, in less than 5 minutes, I'm just like, it could be anything to set me off, and it'll trigger me back. And I'm like, you know what? I have to catch myself, because I can't allow myself to think about all that happened yesterday and back past yesterday. I really work, like it's a job for me. Like I really work on, okay, like how can I do better? How can I not be mad? How can I figure out ways to heal? And that's what I said last year, that heart attack and moving forward, I said, this is my growth period to start healing and recover on whatever. It hasn't been the best journey. And yes, it's been uncomfortable, but it's teaching me. It's really teaching me. And so I'm appreciative of that. I said before, when I found Buddhism back home in Philly, I was struggling, going through some things. I still was in my addiction. And that's been 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I'm clean. And was in my addiction. And I'm looking at these people, and I was high when I met these Buddhist people, and some other personal things was going on. I'm just like, I'm high. I got some other personal stuff going on. Why are these people so happy? What they taking? Maybe I need, I need to take what they. But it was just their overall being, and they were conscious of their spirituality, and it was like, you are winning. And I didn't get it then, but I so get it definitely now. I'm winning. Even if I'm going through challenges, I am winning. As it says, your winter turns into spring. I'm winning. So you guys can win too, even through your own personal challenges. And like you said, if there's all this toxic in your life, you need to get rid of it.
Just get rid of it.
You need to get rid of
Our community, all this toxicity in there, we gotta get rid of it, man. Stop holding on to it. Admit it. Just admit it. I know it's embarrassing. I know it hurts. I know it's painful. I know you don't want to face it, but we gotta face it. How long going? I mean, that's our problem as a community. We always want to bury everything. We can't do it. Especially now in 2019. There ain't just no option with that, man. I mean, I know everybody has different lives, backgrounds, and setups with families and all this other stuff, but it's like, when is things gonna change? When is things gonna change?
I like my 3 C's. I learned that from a group that I had went to, and I didn't understand it then. Like, what are you talking about? Child, please. But yes, do them 3 C's. Catch it, check it, and change it. Even in your challenges, catch it, check it, and change it. And do it. Just keep pushing yourself to want to do those things. And life, I believe, will, for me, I can speak for me, I can't speak for nobody else. Life will start getting better in different areas of your life, to the point where, you know what I'm saying, it a lot of that stuff won't phase you. And so
Yeah,
it's a process.
it's a process. It is. It really is. Okay. So, I mean, I actually got quite a few to read. I'll actually read one more, then we just wrap up. It's so much to, you know, cover about Nipsey Hussle. Like, definitely can't cover it all tonight, but that's okay. I would just read what I have, and then we just wrap it up. Okay, where is it? Oh, yes, I want to read this. I thought this is important. Newshub.co.nz. Chris Bloods called truce to honor slain rapper Nipsey Hussle. The tragic death of U.S. rapper has brought two feuding gangs together to honor his memory. Notorious L.A. base gangs, the Bloods and the Crips, put their enmity aside to march peacefully on Friday. They are now reportedly discussing a peace treaty. Nipsey Hussle, real name is Armias Davidson Ashdown, was shot multiple times outside his clothing store in Los Angeles. He was pronounced dead at hospital. His death appears to have sparked a move towards a ceasefire between warring gangs, with members from Watts, Compton, LA, and Inglewood meeting together to discuss the future. Community leader Big U told TMZ that in the wake of his death, various gang leaders began contacting him and others with the idea of a rally to pay tribute to his life and death. We're having a gang truce and a gang rally so all the different gangs from LA can get together and celebrate the life and the gift of Nipsey. Excuse me. It's an honor of Nipsey. There's a lot of people who said they wanted to get together and come to a vigil and pay respect because Nipsey was the first LA artist that was from LA. Footage of the march has spread across social media. It shows grieving gang members uniting their walk to Hussle's clothing store. It's the first ceasefire since 1992 when rival gangs came together during riots following the Rodney King police trial. That's a long time. 1992 since the Rodney King police trial? Wow. Big U said he hoped it could lead to sit-downs with different gangs which could result in a long-term truce. Nipsey Hussle was a nominee at this year's Grammy Awards for his debut album Victory Lap, but lost to Cardi B. So I thought that was really dope. It's beautiful. I say beautiful because I don't think, and that's another thing Black people don't see the beauty in. I don't think they realize how much importance we have to this world. Period. Because others know this. They know once we get together, that is it. That is ball game. They know the beauty in that. As people, they know the beauty in it.
Absolutely.
They'll do anything to keep us apart. Anything. I mean, anything. They'll try their damnedest to keep us fighting amongst each other and going against each other. And I mean, all kinds of just negative things that just don't need to be occurring. I mean, to see that, like I said, it's just beautiful, man. See Black people come together, in general. If that could just happen all across the United States and just all around the world, boy, we would be unstoppable right now. We would be unstoppable right now. No other race could do nothing with it. It's just done. So I hope this is a lesson to everyone. Nipsey's untimely demise. I hope people get it. I hope this is not just recognition for a couple months and then you forget about it. Please do not do that. Keep his legacy going. Keep doing things that can inspire other people as well. Be active in your community. Make some changes. Fix what's going on. Can all the race fix it for us? Everybody crying about police doing this and doing that and why they ain't doing this. It's not their job. Their job ain't serving us. Their job is serving the government, serving the elite. That's their job. They're serving them. They're not serving us. Hell, the police system ain't built for us anyway. It wasn't designed that way. Duh. So what do you expect anything from them for? Shouldn't you be doing it? I mean, it's just common sense. I don't care how much rights we should get. What rights? We don't have no rights. Get out of that illusion. It doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't exist. You're not going to have rights. You're not going to have fair treatment. It's not going to happen, okay? This is a white world. White privilege at its highest. It's always going to be that way and will continue to be until we leave this earth, okay? So let's be realistic and come to terms, okay? What we need to do is be police our own damn community. How about that? We're talking about some police over there. Where the police at in our neighborhoods? I'm talking about we policing our own. Get the rapists out of there. Get the killers out of there. Get the drug dealers out of there. You put the women in check with all this tricking and all that. I mean, I know you got to do what you got to do, but we got to be honest with it too. Let's be honest. All these women have all these kids. Not take responsibility to take care of them like they should. I mean, there's a lot of things I can touch on, but we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to be. It hurts, but we got to be honest. We got to check all that. Men that's abusing women, you gotta. Back in the day, if a black man beating on a woman, the black men coming in there and shutting that down real quick. We need that again. We need that power in our community again. That's when we'll finally have some balance. So right now, I don't know what to even say. We in a shithole state right now. That's where we at right now. Chicago is bad. Chicago is bad. Somebody need to do something. Chicago PD is not going to even fix none of that. But black people going to do something. Stop being afraid of them games. You better call the old guns and Eurishas. I don't know what you got to do, but you got to do it. Somebody got to get them. Because that stuff going on in Chicago can't keep going on either. Some got to be. All this senseless killing is just ridiculous, man. Our own, like you said, our own people killing each other. Mm-hmm. It hurts. It's just sad. Every day there's a killer in Chicago.
Yeah.
Bodies
on top of bodies.
But you don't see
all ages. All ages. They killing all ages.
Even the babies. I mean, that's how you know something wrong with them.
We're living in a spiritual warfare. It's just very demonic.
That's what I see. Some of our black people are demonic. They're not my people. Those some demonic entities, as far as I'm concerned. There is a difference between dark and black. Don't get it twisted. You gotta read between lines when I say that. Just because they have the same skin color doesn't mean they're your people. Like you said, it goes down to spiritual warfare. So that's why I said there's dark and there's black. Dark is with the spiritual. That's deal with the spiritual world, but on the negative frequency. But you have people with amongst us that's the dark energy, and they have the same skin tone, but they don't have the same morals and ethics and beliefs and heart as people who are actually trying to be righteous black people. So that's what you have to understand. So it's a battle. It's always an uphill battle. But we gotta have some solutions at some point. I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, anywho,
We thank you.
this wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up. We went over 2 hours. This was good. We probably could have gone longer, I'm sure, but we will definitely have those articles and all the, have those articles and the information posted up so you guys can further read and just educate yourself and all of that, and make sure that you share our show. As with any of our shows, just share our shows. We ask you to do that. We appreciate you as always, and listen to the replay. If you didn't catch the whole thing, listen to the replay, and it should be very interesting to you. And we'd like to invite you to our Facebook page. We have a Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC Facebook page where you can go and like it and join it. Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. We also have a Facebook group, Chit Chat Chew Show podcast group, where you can join that one. What else? We also have, I'm just going to speak about Chit Chat Chew tonight. Cut it short. So those were the two for Facebook, Chit Chat Chew Show, LLC. You can go and like that page and join. And also Chit Chat Chew Show podcast group. Okay, so tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. What else? We have a LinkedIn page, which is Chit Chat Chew Show. You can go, if you are on LinkedIn, definitely look us up, Chit Chat Chew Show, Chit Chat Chew Show on LinkedIn. And we have Chit Chat on our YouTube channel. We have a Chit Chat Chew Show. Is it Chit Chat Chew Show podcast? Is that how?
For
YouTube.
Yeah, Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. Yep.
So our YouTube channel is Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. We are on YouTube, where again you can catch it either on Facebook, or you can go right to YouTube by hitting that cute little thumbnail that goes up. Hit that thumbnail. That means that you have subscribed to our Chit Chat Chew Show podcast page. You are a subscriber, as well as hit the notification bells, to stay in the know. And Uno, you can tell the rest.
Well, you did Instagram, you did Facebook.
I didn't do Instagram.
So, well, you did YouTube.
I did YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube and Facebook.
Right.
And LinkedIn.
So Instagram. Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, Chit Chat Chew Show podcast. We also have a Twitter at CCCS_podcast. Once again, at CCCS_podcast. Follow us on Twitter. Retweet about us and our show. And that's it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Have a great evening wherever you are at, local or globally. Have a better tomorrow on purpose. Do something good for yourself, as well as do something good for someone else as well. Mm-hmm. You get blessed. You just get blessed. Make sure to always self-care and self-love and self-respect yourself. Create your happiness and create your greatness, and follow your passions, goals, visions, whatever it looks like for you. Eliminate the toxicity, because it is deadly.
Very.
It is deadly. Okay, very. It's not good for the mind, body, and soul, people. So with that, I say, namaste and ashe, and peace and blessings be upon you all.
Good night, everyone. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Peace.